Hi guys, how are you doing today? I'm so glad you're back to watch another video with me. Today we're going to be doing an art activity. Let's get to it. So for this art activity, you are going to need a printer. Another option in place of the printer is you can absolutely do the drawings of these community helpers and attach your child's photo to the top of them. I personally am not the best artist, so I opted with printing. But you can do a non-print option by coloring and drawing the pictures yourself. So you're going to need to go to our week 6 lesson plan and go to the Community Helpers Flipbook link. It is down on the details page, and that's where you will find this set of stuff to print out. So what you're going to want to print is this first page. It does print many copies because you can do 2 books out of this. So maybe you have 2 kids at home, or you do one and your child does one, because you will have 2 printed for every community helper. So you'll have the title, and then you'll have a construction worker page, a doctor page, a firefighter page, police officer, and a mail carrier page. You're also going to need a small headshot picture of you or your child, whoever you're going to do the flipbook with. You'll want a piece of construction paper. Printer paper works too. I picked green just so that it would pop. You're going to need scissors, some form of glue, wet or glue stick, and then you'll need some sort of coloring tool. I chose colored pencils. So the first step is going to be cut things out. So you're going to cut your head photo, and you're going to cut on the dotted lines across on all the community helper page. So you can see for my head photo, I left my neck there so it looks like I'm actually attached to the body of the pictures, but this is pretty much all you need to do. It doesn't need to be too detailed of a cut job, so just like that. Next, I'm going to cut my pages out. This is something that your child can absolutely do all on their own, with a little help as needed, but all they're going to do is cut straight along that dotted line. Then you're going to want to cut out a title. You only need however many books you're making. I'm only making 1, so I'm just going to cut 1 off. There you go. So after you have everything cut out, your next step is to color. So go ahead and color your 5 different community helpers any way you want, and then we'll get to the next step. So here's my mail carrier. As you can see at the bottom, there's some words that are actually written in dotted lines for your child to trace over. They are small, so if your child's having trouble, no worries, just go ahead and help them. I'm going to trace over mine. Alright, so there's my completed mail carrier. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other 4 community helpers that I have here. So now that all my pictures are colored, the next step is to get your construction paper, or whatever paper you're using to glue onto. And I'm gonna glue this at the top first. Just like so. So before I glue it to my paper, I noticed there's a big white spot along the top of all these. It just depends which side that you use. If you use the bottom half, it cuts pretty close and it's a little easier. But I'm gonna actually go through and I'm gonna cut along that to make sure that my head picture will line up very well with my community helper. So I'm going to take my first one and I'm going to put glue all over the whole back because this is going to be the last page of my flip book. You're not going to do this with your other pages. Make sure it's good and stuck. I'm going to just hold my head here to make sure it looks good. I'm noticing I'm going to need to cut a little bit more, make it a little straighter. Perfect. So before I glue my head on, I'm going to go in and I'm going to glue my other pages on. So what you're going to do for this, because we need our book to flip, we're only going to put glue on the very edge and glue just that side down. That way, once it dries, you'll be able to flip your book without it coming apart. Alright, so once you have all your pages glued on, don't flip them yet because your glue is not dry yet. You want to let it dry a little bit before you start trying to flip it. Just to be safe, another option you can do is you can just add an extra piece of tape right on top of it. That way it'll be secure no matter what. So my last step is I'm going to glue my head. There I am. I'm a firefighter. Now, the most important step of all. I have to write my name on it. Silly Miss Allie. You can either write it on the back, or I left some space at the bottom, so I'm gonna write it down here. There we go. My project is complete. I can be a firefighter, a police officer, a mail carrier, a doctor, and a construction worker. I hope you guys had fun doing this art activity, and I can't wait to see you as all these different community helpers. Have a great day, guys. Bye.